Hey guys, Heather here from Tye-Dyed Iguana, and today we're going to learn how to handle a pet leopard gecko. I know in previous videos I've done other animals like bearded dragons and crested geckos, so today we're going to focus on how to handle leopard geckos. Alright, so first off we're going to start with one of our babies. Actually, I'm going to start small this... Ooh! They're a little bit grumpy this morning. Alright. Now these guys, the most important thing is to never try to grab them from overhead like this. What you want to do is you want to go from under. These guys are a little bit cranky, so they might be a little bit testy. But if I reach in like this... come here, little dude. Come here. Can even go under the sand a little. That's how you pick one up. And you can see he's a little bit spastic. The babies are, I wouldn't say he's a baby, he's a juvenile. And so they're a little bit more feisty. But the most important thing is when you do pick these guys up, never pick them up and hold them way up over the ground. So I'm going to hold him kind of close to the surface. That way if he jumps out of my hand, he won't hurt himself. And that's just kind of a basic rule. When you take them out of the tank, just make sure that you've got them secure in your hand. You can close a little bit around them just to secure them if you need to take them out. But you can see he freaked out a little when I did that. But you can see he's pretty chill with just crawling on my hand there. The best thing is just not to grab these guys. You just slowly go from underneath. And when they're babies, they're a little bit more excitable than the adults. Hi. So I scooped up this little guy here. You can see they love to be on the move. So you just gotta be careful. Now I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna get this little guy out of his little hide. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I just pick up from the bottom. This one's actually doing really good. And then you can put like your thumb or something to kind of secure them in your hand. So yeah, I was able to take this one out just fine. Alrighty, so I've got this little one. I shouldn't say little, this is actually jumbo sized. So after I scoop this one up in the cage, I just lightly put my thumb over it to help secure her as I lift her up and over. So it was a little bit of a, it would be a little bit of a bigger fall if she were to fall from my hands from the tank to the ground. So I just want to make sure she was secure. But yeah, as long as you and she's pretty close to the ground right now, so if she were to kind of freak out, she wouldn't fall very far at all. Say this one's actually pretty chill. You can see how I've got both, since she's a jumbo, I've got her whole body supported with both hands. And I'm not squeezing her or anything, I'm just kind of letting her sit there and do her own thing. Yeah. She's pretty chill. And then one thing that you see people do with bearded dragons that you can't really do with these guys is sometimes people put them on their shirts to try to have them hang on. These guys are not meant to be climbers, not meant to be arboreal, so they can climb like if you have little decorations in their tank, but not like bearded dragons have nice long fingers and claws. These guys not so much. These guys not so much. So if you do hold them to your chest, always make sure that you have a hand cupping them to support them. And they don't really feel, she doesn't feel very comfortable like that anyway. So we're gonna keep her in her hands flat like this. She feels much more comfortable like that. I can just tell from the way she kind of freaked out when I held her to my chest like that. Bearded dragons, they feel more comfortable just perched on the chest or on your shoulder. These guys, not so much. I wouldn't do it at all. Just for fear of them falling. She's being such a good girl. Yeah. So yeah, this is a good way to hold them. Just make sure you support all four legs. All four of their little legs. And just don't yank on the tail or anything. Just kind of let it hang out. Yeah, you're doing really good. And then when you put them back in, you just kind of set them back in and let them crawl off your hand, and it's really easy. So, and like I said, for babies and juveniles, they probably wouldn't sit this still, not until they get a little bit older. So, yeah, that's basically how you handle these guys. Just don't squeeze or grab, and you should be good. Yeah. And when I know that I'm going to have to handle her kind of further up the ground, have her supported in my hand. Got my thumb right there to keep her steady. I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and set her back in with her little buddy over there. Alright, so she is back in, and we will let them get some sleep since it's the middle of the day. But I hope it just kind of showed you kind of the proper way of handling a leopard gecko in a way that makes them feel most comfortable. And you saw that they don't really appreciate being held like in a vertical position, kind of like bearded dragons do sometimes when you hold them against your chest or on your shoulder. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.